In the heart of the Forgotten Realms, where arcane energies flow like rivers, two masters of the elements stand poised for a clash that will shake the very foundations of this world. Welcome, seekers of magic and mystery, to a duel for the ages. Pause. Behold Ignis, the Emberheart. His hands crackle with the untamed fury of a volcano. His eyes burn with the confidence of one who commands the very essence of fire. Every gesture he makes sends waves of heat shimmering through the air. He is passion, power, and destruction given form. Facing him stands Glacian, the Frosttalon, a stoic presence shrouded in a chilling aura of absolute zero. The air around him crystallizes, his breath a cloud of frozen mist. He is precision, control, and the unyielding cold of a winter's night. His power lies not in wild outbursts, but in calculated, razor-sharp execution. And their arena, the sunken Colosseum of Erthos, a place of ancient power where ley lines converge. Towering, weathered stone pillars rise towards a stormy sky. The ground itself humming with latent magic, waiting to be unleashed. The air is thick with anticipation. The stage is set. Let the duel begin. Slight pause for dramatic effect. The battle ignites with a deafening roar. Ignis, with a flick of his wrist, hurls a colossal fireball. It screams through the air, a miniature sun hungry for its target. But Glacian is ready. With a swift, elegant motion, he summons a wall of jagged ice. The fireball crashes against it, exploding into a shower of steam and molten rock, the impact echoing like thunder through the Colosseum. Glacian counters instantly. He thrusts his palm forward, and a volley of ice shards, each as long as a sword and sharp as a razor, shoots towards Ignis. They move with incredible speed, a blur of deadly, crystalline points. Ignis doesn't flinch. He stomps his foot, and a curtain of fire erupts from the ground, melting the shards into harmless droplets of water before they can reach him. This is not just a battle of power. 'Tis a battle of wills, of strategy. The pace quickens. Ignis creates a dense smokescreen from the embers of his own spell, attempting to blind his opponent. But through the haze, a chilling glint appears. Glacian has coated the ground in a slick, treacherous layer of ice, hoping to throw Ignis off balance. Each move is met with a brilliant counter, a testament to their mastery. The very air crackles and groans under the strain of their opposing forces. The ground is a chaotic mosaic of scorched earth and glistening frost. The stakes are rising with every passing second. Now, the true test begins. The initial volleys have ceased. A tense silence falls over the arena, broken only by the crackle of lingering flames and the faint chime of shifting ice. Both wizards know that simple spells will not decide this. It's time to unleash their signatures. Ignis plants his feet, drawing energy from the very air around him. The temperature skyrockets. He pulls his hands back, and between his palms, a sphere of fire begins to form. It's not just fire. It's a swirling vortex of plasma, a concentrated star of pure, unadulterated magical heat, growing larger, brighter, and more volatile with each moment. The light it casts is almost blinding. Across the arena, Glacian mirrors the action, but his energy is one of profound cold. He isn't gathering, he is crafting. He pulls moisture from the air, from the stone, freezing it molecule by molecule. A single, perfect shard of ice materializes before him. It is flawless, impossibly dense, its edges honed to a monomolecular sharpness. It contains the soul of a glacier, the absolute, crushing pressure of 1,000 years of winter. Power versus precision, chaos versus control. With a final guttural shout from Ignis and a silent, focused push from Glacian, the ultimate attacks are launched. The superheated fireball and the perfectly formed ice shard rocket towards each other, meeting dead center in the Colosseum. The impact is ... silent for a fraction of a second. A moment of impossible equilibrium. Then the world explodes. A concussive blast of energy rips outwards. A blinding flash of white light followed by a shockwave that cracks the ancient stone pillars. A deafening roar, a mixture of a roaring inferno and a shattering mountain, finally hits. Steam and ice crystals erupt in a colossal swirling cloud, obscuring everything from view. The ground itself trembles violently. The sheer force of the collision is staggering, a display of magic on a scale rarely witnessed. As the elemental storm begins to settle, we see the wizards braced against the gale. Keenus is panting, a trickle of sweat on his brow. Glacian remains still, but a fine web of cracks has appeared on the gauntlet he used to channel his spell. The clash has taken a toll on both. The thick, swirling mist from their cataclysmic impact slowly begins to part. The center of the arena is a wasteland of glassed earth and shattered ice. It seems to be a stalemate. But wait, look closer. On the ground around Glacian, the water from his melted defenses is not refreezing. In fact, it's steaming. Ignis's attack, through sheer overwhelming heat, has fundamentally altered the environment. The ambient temperature is now too high for Glacian to easily manifest as ice. A subtle yet critical advantage has been won. Sensing his opponent's struggle, Ignis shifts his tactics. He doesn't attack directly. Instead, he claps his hands, sending out not a fireball, but waves of pure, oppressive heat. The air itself becomes an oven. Glacian falters, the frost on his robes melting away. He is being cooked from the inside out, his connection to the cold being systematically severed. But a master of the cold is never without a final gambit. Seeing his primary element failing, Glacian does the unexpected. He slams his staff into the ground, but it's not ice that appears. Instead, the water on the floor begins to boil and writhe. He isn't trying to freeze it. He's manipulating the water itself, turning Ignis's advantage against him. With a desperate cry, Glacian forms whips of superheated steam, lashing out with surprising speed and force. It's a desperate, brilliant counterplay, a last resort to regain control of a duel slipping from his grasp. The battle has reached its breaking point. Glacian's steam whips are a surprise, but they are born of desperation. They lack the killing force of his ice. Ignis sees his opening. Weathering the stinging lashes of steam, he takes a deep breath, channeling every remaining ounce of his power, not into a projectile, but into himself. His body erupts in a column of pure, white-hot flame. He becomes a living inferno, a human supernova. This isn't just a spell. It's a complete transformation. He shoots across the arena, a blazing comet of righteous fire, moving faster than the eye can follow. Glacian has no time to react. He raises a final, hastily formed shield of vapor, but it's like paper against a storm. Ignis crashes through, not with a physical blow, but with an overwhelming wave of elemental energy. The impact is final. The flames recede, leaving Ignis standing, his body smoking, utterly exhausted. Before him, Glacian is on one knee, his staff shattered, the frost-laden aura around him completely extinguished. He is defeated, but not broken. There is a look of respect in his eyes. The sunken Colosseum is silent once more, bearing the scars of an epic confrontation. Ignis, the Ember Heart, stands as the victor. But as he looks out from the arena, his gaze catches something on the horizon. A flicker of shadow magic, a distant storm brewing with an entirely different, more sinister kind of power. The duel is over, but the world of magic is vast, and a new challenge always awaits. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical journey. If you enjoyed this epic duel, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and ring the bell so you never miss a Clash of Titans. Until next time, stay magical.